GM everyone, welcome to another episode of Investing Analysis. Let's get into it. First of all, signals 70% cash and 30% BTC. Bitcoin done nothing new in the last 24 hours, but it's trying to break this range again and again, right? We have some liquidation clusters forming below the current price. We will discuss that in a while. But you can see the GLI fair value gap is above the current price. And whenever I say the GLI fair value gap is above current price, this does not mean that we are going towards this area in a single line. The path towards the GLI fair value gap can be something like this, because institutions and banks does not allows retail traders to make money. So you have to be very careful at these areas. You must be on the right side of the trade, and that's being bullish in this specific zone. Oil, you can see it broke above this range and it's holding above $90. If it stays here, this will result in continuing grinding higher if it stays above this specific range. Now, if you compare Bitcoin with the other financial markets like VT stocks, you can see Bitcoin is showing absolute strength. And that's because it broke above this range high and it's holding above it. If it continues holding above there, this will result more fuel for the price to continue higher. So let's get into the on-chain data before dropping a specific short-term bias. First of all, we'll discuss this Bitcoin retail trading volume. You can see it's decreasing rapidly. And whenever this decreases rapidly at these lows, minimum 15 to 18%, this means retails are panicking and they are selling. They don't know what to do. Whenever retails panic sell, you can see this marks the absolute bottom of the trend, right? And whenever this graph is green, this means retails are buying. When they start buying, they mark the absolute top of the market, right? So you must be on the right side of the trade. You must be very careful, right? Bitcoin short-term MVRV, whenever this indicator shows strength, shows momentum at such lows, this indicates the beginning of trend. Good thing to see, right? The funding rates we discuss every single day. We have consecutive 6 to 7 days negative fundings, and it can't get more better than this on a weekly and daily time frame. And the evidence you can see on the liquidation heat maps. These are the active liquidation levels that retails are opening. That's basically our target. Same data you can see on the check on chain funding rates. Not only funding rates, but premium to shorts are at its second lowest level. This indicates retails are preferring short positions, which is basically our main target, our main concern, that we are on the right side of the trade, right? One thing in the very short term is concerning for me is deleveraging sell-off. It must shift back inside the spot rally. If it shifts inside a spot rally, you can believe that Bitcoin this time will break above this range, right? So if you see the same data on a choppiness index, we have room to go lower. This will send prices higher. We discussed it yesterday, nothing to discuss now, right? So if we see the shorter term picture, nothing good inside one day. Everything looks symmetrical, 30 day, 90 day, right? But 7 day, something that's concerning for me is the clusters of liquidations are getting denser day by day, right? So that's something that's concerning for me. I will be watching it, monitoring it very closely, because these liquidation levels are getting denser. That's till 68 to 67,500, right? So that's basically concern for me in the very short term. But whatever price does in the short term does not matter. We are investors and we see at the bigger pictures, right? So don't panic. This can be the path. It may continue higher, but the evidence that we see tells us it can come towards these areas 68, 65,000, 67,500, and then continue higher, because the fresh longs are built up in the past 24 hours. They need to be wiped out first, right? So we'll be monitoring it and we'll be posting the update. If it breaks above the range high, this plan will be invalidated, right? And I will post the update inside my X. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure to manage your trades with proper risk management and through proper systems. Thanks for watching.